Yeah.
stopping drinking for me and all the men listening to this. It's great, all your stories and anecdotes, and they're so inspiring. And there'll be a lot of men listening going, yeah, but I don't know if I can let go of it. I know my friendship with this crutch that I've had all my life, and my relationship with alcohol growing up as a kid. My dad used to drink, my granddad used to drink. I come from a mining town, so I grew up in working men's clubs. I said to the other day, my grandma, I had a little mini pint pot when I was like 7, and we used to cheers, So I've grown up around beer and alcohol and parties, and my parents used to have parties every weekend till 4:00 in the morning. It's just normal for me. I grew up in Mansfield, but alcohol, it's all about partying and drinking and all the partying in the 90s that I did. It's kind of in my DNA.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go, right, one day go, right, I'm done with that. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's like severing decades of lineage, male lineage. And then a lot of men might resonate with this part, if you've grown up around it, and it like going to football or whatever it is, it's part of the day. You see them on the train, don't you, going up to London, and there's like the carriages are full of them. I was going up to London to see Phil last week, and there were 4 tables full of men with their sons, right? They were all drinking. This is like 9:30 in the morning. They were drinking cans of Stella at 9:30 in the morning, modeling to their sons. And I don't want to judge anyone, but I'm like, I was really shocked. Like, what are these kids learning? And I learned the same. I learned a different version of that from being in working men's clubs all my life. My granddad was both my granddads like to drink. My dad can drink. So it's like it's modeled to them. This is what you do. You go football, you have some cans of beer on the train, or rugby, same thing, So it's in them. So one of my questions for this podcast also is like, what are we modeling to our sons and daughters? But we're talking about men here. Like, what are we modeling to our boys? Because what we teach them now is where they'll end up when they're still drinking, still using it, having it be a best friend. Same with a spliff or whatever it is, but we're talking about alcohol. This is talking about sobriety. So I think it's complex, and there was a lot of fear for me letting go of it. I knew the alternative, like you, Rich, and Ben, like, the alternative was I'd lose my family and I'd be in a fucking flat above a bookies, pissed.
Yeah.
That's where it was going. So there was like this tipping point moment. I think most people will have one, a tipping point moment where if this carries on, I am fucking screwed.
Yeah.
I have to close the door on this, even for a while. So submission and committing to a year, not just a week, a year felt substantial enough for me to step away and give my marriage a chance and my relationship with my kids, because I must have been like reading them bedtime stories, like stinking of booze and fags and that. Like, I don't want to be that dad. I don't want to be that dad. I just don't. And so, but I noticed all of my friendships changed. The judgment. Oh, why are you still not drinking, mate? No, I've told you I'm not drinking. Yeah. Come on, I just have one. Just have one pint. What's that? That's another interesting thing, isn't it? What's that? What's that about? Like you soon realize who your fucking friends are when you stop drinking.
There's a certain, I would say there will be certain friends that'll be really, really supportive, and there's also going to be the friends that go, well, oh, come on, you can just have one. Because really, you not drinking is highlighting something perhaps in them that they may need to, to take a look at or address, or and it's true, But it was very fascinating to me when I got sober. After a while, the people that would come to me and go, I've been thinking about it myself, to be honest. I probably need to rent. And it's really interesting because people, especially you get to our age, sort of middle age, sort of 40s, 50s, and you kind of think, we could probably burn the candle for a while, like at 20s, 30s, maybe even into your 40s, right? But I got to a point where I'm approaching the big one. In a couple of years, I'll be 50, right? And I think to myself, I think about life differently now than I did 10 years ago, 15 years ago. One, because I'm sober, and also two, just because I'm older. And I think, on balance, maybe there's less in front of me than's behind me now, right? And now I'm thinking, parents are getting older, friends, parents getting older, and you kind of like, I want to savor all those relationships because for all of us, time will run out eventually. Of course it will. It's how we're human. That's what happens, right?